we come back now to balancing our plate.
That's it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's the back question as well. Are there accepted quantities though? Number one, for people who want to maintain their body weight, or for people who essentially want to lose weight. Essentially, you're feeding to maintain your body weight or feeding to lose your body weight. Are there accepted quantities where you tell somebody, see, regardless of what you want to achieve, Simba, you can't just eat 6 mandazis every morning and expect to retain your body weight. For example, somebody like me, should I want to retain my body weight right now? You're looking at me. If I would tell you that I can afford eggs every day in the morning, if that's going to be my source of protein for my breakfast, is there a number of eggs? You look at me and say, Simba, yes, you can't go beyond this. If it's chapati, you can't go beyond this. If it's bread per serving, you can't go beyond this. Are there numbers that are accepted?
I would say with numbers, still getting back to the previous discussion that I've discussed.
Yes.
There is no specific, like I look at you and I tell you, today you will eat 6 eggs for the rest of the weeks. I must assess you first.
Done. I say that down.
Yeah. So that I individualize your need. If today I might say people should be eating 2 eggs a day, someone might pick that. And maybe someone has a problem with eating 2 eggs. That's why I need to assess you and deal with you as an individual.
Yes.
Of course, there is the acceptable weight. There is the ideal weight that you need to have based on your weight and your height, as I do the BMI.
Yes.
There is certain range that you need not to go beyond, like being underweight and overweight.
That's it.
So when I looked at you and do the assessment and prepare a meal plan for you, that meal plan should match the amount of kilocalories or the energy in simple terms that your body requires to maintain that particular weight, also based on the level of activity that you engage in every day.
Now, a common question as well when it comes to breakfast.
Yeah.
Now, I know you met it, and I know I've met it because then there was a time my father was under diet plan, and the doctor said, well, it's just a cup of tea or coffee. So you go back and then you say, when people say a cup, what is that? Cups come in different
sizes. What does it mean?
Cups come in different sizes. People tell you see now for your milk or tea in the morning, do not go beyond a cup. If you essentially, I know you've actually told people that, just a cup of tea in the morning plus ABCD. What do you mean when you say a cup?
When I tell people a cup, I indicate the amount. The standard cup that we use is 250 mLs. So any of my clients, I just don't tell them anonymous cup.
Oh yeah.
I indicate the amount.
250 ml.
250 mLs, yeah, of the cup. Not ile amluya.
And then when then you say that this is going to be the cup, also that varies from client to client. Is that what you're saying? That is my cup going to be smaller than a rugby player, for example?
Oh, now what happens, the standard cup is 250 mLs.
Yes.
But if your needs are higher, I might recommend 2 cups, 3 cups, 1.5, but the standard measurement is 250 mLs. Not reducing the size of the cup.
Yeah.
The amount is what varies, but you measure with the standard cup.
Yes.
If your needs are higher, you will need 3 cups, but based on the 250 ml cup.
So this practice of taking tea until you feel full, it is wrong, isn't it?
That's why we do a diet plan.
in the African culture, if you tell people, I'm just going to take 1 cup of tea, and you're very specific about the 250 ml, guys will look at you and say, what's wrong with you? Kuna chai hapa, kunywa chai.
And also, that's why I said the needs and the psychological bit. Because someone, for him to be full, that flask must be empty. Like where I come from, watakwambia chakula isirudi jikoni, you know.
Yeah. it's true. Me too. As
Clear
well.
everything.
Actually, when you visit a family and you're given, and they look at you, they serve you based on how they see you. So the bigger you are, the more you're given. The tinier you are, people like me, we suffer a lot when we visit in my clan because they give you a bit small because they know you might not actually clear that food.
And funny enough, your needs could be even more than the person who has the larger surface area.
That's what I'm saying, isn't it? So it's, sometimes you also find culture, don't you, as a nutritionist?
Yeah.
Where you blatantly look up somebody and say, no, don't do that, that's wrong. They're like, you cannot clear a thermos or a flask of tea. It is not proper culture from a nutrition perspective. Now, another one. Very important. I know this is something that you run into most of the times. Majority of the times when families run into sugar issues. I know it's a very contagious issue. It's been blamed for a lot of diseases that we are fighting with nowadays.